everybody, and welcome to Enjoy English. I am Shane.
I am Betty.
All right, today we have an article called Wander Without Waste Through Green Travel.
Okay, we have a lot of words there that we might need to explain a little.
Well, to wander means to go somewhere, but not really exactly knowing where your destination is.
就闲晃
Maybe not in a very direct route.
对 wander 就有一种乱晃啊，有的时候就想去走走啊，没有目的的那种，就很容易用这个字。那同学要记得它是 WAN 不是 ON 啊，这你要小心。What about green travel?
Green travel. Okay, so green travel is traveling where you're not going to hurt the environment.
啊，环保的意思啦。
Yeah, so you'll pick things that are going to be eco-friendly.
啊，环保的一些选项游戏啊，
Right.
活动啊，不是游戏。
Well, if you play some Yoshi, maybe it's possible. But you try to think anything that you're doing while you're traveling. You just keep in mind what is my impact on the environment.
想一下自己对这个环境造成的影响，比如说大众运输嘛，就不要自驾什么的。那当然就是尽量啦。对，所以我们今天要来谈谈这种绿色旅行，开启无痕之旅，很特别的中文，然后无痕之旅。
Okay.
Wander without waste through green travel. Haley and Kevin are planning their trip to Japan next month. While Kevin is checking flights on his computer, Haley notices a strange icon next to one.
Hey, what's that leaf icon?
It means that the flight produces less carbon than the average one.
Then we should book it. I want to do as little harm to the environment as possible.
Sure. How about we make this entire trip focused on green travel?
Good idea. In that case, we should also book hotels that are environmentally friendly.
You mean ones that don't provide single-use toiletries?
Yes. And places that only wash towels and sheets when you ask, not every day.
Sounds good. A lot of hotels do that now. We should also pay attention to where and what we eat.
That's true. Some restaurants use disposable tableware. Let's try to avoid those places.
Agreed. Why don't we bring our own reusable utensils? And I think we should also be careful about the activities we do during the trip.
You're right. It's important to make sure that they're eco-friendly, support the local community, and don't harm animals.
With just a little preparation, I think we can follow green practices on every trip.
Exactly. This way we can have fun exploring new places while caring for the planet.
Okay, so today is a dialogue, conversation between Haley and Kevin. Now, Haley and Kevin are planning their trip to Japan next month. Wow, so soon, next month. While Kevin is checking flights on his computer, Haley notices a strange icon next to one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's looking at flights and she sees an icon. And
一个图示图标这样。
It's a strange one. She's just not really familiar with it.
对，那他就说呢，这个我们今天的主角哈 ，Haley 跟 Kevin 呢，他们在就是计划，他们其实下个月就要去了，现在才开始计划。那现在因为当然就是都很方便嘛，所以近一点再计划也 OK 嘛。那这个 while 就代表说呢，两个动作同时发生，通常有一个是长的那个会用 ing 表示。所以说我们看这个，我们看一下哪一个是 ing， 是这个 is checking flights， 对不对？所以代表说查航班资讯。这个是长时间的动作。那 Haley 呢，他就注意到了一个有点奇怪，没有看过这个图示图案。那这个呢，他是看到就是注意到，对不对？所以他就是用现在简单式，然后所以进行式跟简单式有点不一样哦。那但是两个都同时发生，通常是长的那个动作在做的时候，短的那个动作呢，再卡在中间发生，把它打断了。好，所以就是 Kevin 呢，他花长时间在看那个航班资讯的时候呢 ，Haley 就说，突然就说，你有看到吗？那里有一个怪怪的这个图标，我都没有看过
，What's that？
对，
奇怪。
对。
Okay, so Haley begins the conversation. Hey, what's that leaf icon?
Oh, there you go. It's a leaf icon.
So the icon that is strange is a leaf.
Okay.
So leaf we know is just the part of from a tree, the leaf from a tree.
就树叶这样，就说， 哎，为什么会有这种像那个树叶的那个图标在那个荧幕上面？
Right. And Kevin says it means that the flight produces less carbon than the average one.
哦，所以连飞机都有那种比较环保的飞机
Right.
跟比较不环保的。我
Right.
倒是都不知道，我以为飞机都不环保，对嘛？因为飞机其实
Basically, they are 都不环保. They're
对。
not very environmentally friendly, but 这是比较。
比较啦，
Right?
对
So some they have less carbon emissions, the carbon that's going to be going into the atmosphere. And this is all being done to protect us from the greenhouse effect, right? So you try to pick an airline that has a lower
carbon footprint。
carbon footprint. Exactly.
我们讲到很多环保相关字 emissions
Yeah, emissions.
这个是排放的意思，通常是讲碳排，我们用复数哦。老师可以帮我们拼一下吗？
EMI. EMISSIONS.
对，然后说 carbon， 因为我每次拼都要拼错，所以我就在笑旁边人比较对
Thanks.
对。这个 native speaker 拼错比较没有关系，我们这种中文老师拼错很容易被骂。对，这个 carbon footprint 的话 ，footprint 就是碳足迹哦，那个足迹 FOOTPRINT 哦，对，就是会减比较少碳足迹。他就说呢，就代表说这个有画叶子，就代表说，这个树叶呢，代表这个航班它其实制造出比较少的二氧化碳，就是跟别的航班比起来。This I didn't notice actually.
Never
我没有
noticed.
注意
I've
到
noticed that before. Yeah. And usually it's in green writing too.
哦，或者是用字也是绿色。
Yeah.
哦
Yeah.
，OK， 那可能是我没有看，就是直接把它略过。OK。
Okay, so Haley says, then we should book it. I want to do as little harm to the environment as possible. Now, to do harm to something just means to hurt something.
伤
Or
害。
to do something that is not beneficial to something. So basically, you're hurting the environment if you're taking an airplane that's releasing too much carbon emissions, right?
对，他就说呢，好啊，那我们应该要定这个 book 动词哦，就那我们应该要定这一班啊，因为我想要呢，这里的句子比较难哦，我们应该可以看 as little as possible， 先看越少越好。那什么越少越好呢 ？harm 就是越少伤害越好。那对什么伤害呢 ？to the environment 就是对环境伤害越少的越好啦。这样，但是我会比较贵吗？通常的话
You know, I never noticed that. I didn't pay attention to that, but maybe.
我不知道，有一些事情可能
Maybe.
会。
It would make sense. It would make sense
Yeah, I think so.
if it were. Yeah.
OK， 所以他就说，那这个 do harm to 他不想要这样伤害环境，所以当然这一班感觉还不错哦。
But then again, now I'm thinking it might just be a lighter plane or a smaller plane, you know? Because the heavier the plane, the more emissions, you know,
对，因为它
the
一定要比较
more
多油嘛。
fuel, the heavier it
其实
is.
飞机是碳排很高的，
I'm not sure about that one.
但是我还是要继续哦。
Okay, so don't quote us on that. Okay. Now,
Kevin, right? It's Kevin, yeah.
So Kevin says, sure, how about we make this entire trip focused on green travel?
哦，突然灵机一动，他就说：“好啊，对呀、那要不要怎么 ？How about 就是一个提议？那不然呢？我们让这个 entire trip，entire 的意思是
Yeah, the entire is just the total trip, the whole trip.
整个
Yeah.
让整个旅程呢，我们都注重在这个绿色旅行哦。他突然这个灵机一动这样子哦，突然很想要环保这样。
Yeah, let's do it Dowdy. Okay, so Haley says, good idea. In that case, we should also book hotels that are environmentally friendly.
哦 ，OK， 等一下他会解释，他就说这个想法很好。如果是这样的话 ，in that case， 如果是这样的话，那我们也应该，如果整趟都要环保的话，我们应该要订那些旅馆啊，它是对环境是友善 ，environmentally friendly， 对不对？还有什么可以加 friendly 吗？比如说像 pet friendly，
Oh, okay.
哦，对，宠物友
Yeah,
善。
you took the one I was going to say. Pet friendly.
User friendly.
Oh, goodness. I think
使用者
you've already been thinking.
I've done some prep work.
You did prep work. You put me on the
作弊啦。
spot.
对，像这都是对什么友善的，
Right,
没错。
right. It's something that's you're being nice to that thing. You're not harming it, basically, is
对。
what the idea is. It's not harmful to that thing, right? Okay.
对
All right. So now Kevin's,
Haley?
now Haley.
I think it's Kevin. Sorry, it's just Haley and Kevin and Kelly. We get a little bit confused. Yeah. This one, I guess it's Kevin. Sorry, it's Kevin.
It is Kevin.
Kevin
'cause
says,
we just said,
yeah.
Okay. So Kevin says, "You mean ones that don't provide single-use toiletries?"
Oh, this is important actually.
Yeah. So single-use toiletries are basically when you go to a hotel. We've all seen that. It's kind of like a one-use.
对
Which we mean by single use, one use thing like toothpaste
牙膏
or a toothbrush that you're just going to throw away and you're just going to use it one time. And there sometimes could be 6 or 7 of these things. And really, you could just use it one day and throw it in the garbage and they'll refill it every day.
对，像这个都是比较不环保的嘛，对不对？他刚才讲的那个例子嘛，他就说，哦，你是说呢，就是我们要找的是 one sign， 就是 hotels。那什么样的 hotels 呢？就是没有那种一次性的用完就丢的那种盥洗用品。toiletry 同学可能要稍微记得一下哈，盥洗用品，因为它通常是复数型，因为它就是很多嘛，浴帽这个也算啊，对不对？还有掏耳朵的啦，对不对？还有刷牙的啦。都是哦，这个 single use 你可以说 one use， 然后 toiletry 你要记得，因为有时候真的会忘记，你要去买的时候，你去大卖场你也要看一下那个标示。
Just remember that, it's in stuff you find in the toilet room, right?
没错，厕所找得到的都是。
It's in the room, next to the toilet or around the toilet.
Or in the toilet, yeah. 就是 not in the toilet, like in the bathroom.
Where the toilet
in
is.
the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, we got it now. Okay. All right, so now Haley says yes, and places that only wash towels and sheets when you ask, not every day.
哦，这很重要。
Yeah, this is, it's been happening. I think, more and more hotels are doing that, where they will, maybe you put a sign or something if you want them to change your towels and change your bed sheets. And whenever I have that option, I always just tell them, no thanks, because I don't really need it. I don't change my towels and change my sheets every day at home either. So I figure in the hotel should just be the same, unless you're staying for a long, long time, but if it's just for a few days, who cares?
Yeah. 这个其实台湾其实目前好像是一次性的那种盥洗用品都不能提供了嘛，你要用钱买嘛，没有免费提供的嘛。那这个的话，其实大家会比较像是现在如果你不清的话，他应该会就是跟你说，你就挂一个牌子说你不清这样。那有的旅馆可能是你是要特别跟他说你要清，不然他不清，所以就要看他怎么做。
Right.
对
There's lots of different ways to do it now.
尤其是有些地方比较缺水的，其实就不要每天叫他清，因为像有些地方游客很多，然后又缺水，其实对当地环境其实不太好。这样对，还有就是他就说，对呀，那还要找那一些就是只有呢，什么时候会洗毛巾还有床单呢？这2个字也很重要哦。当你要求的时候，他们才会帮你洗哦，不是每天都帮你换的这样子。
Yeah, and I've noticed some places the toiletries they won't give you any at all. There's no choice. There's no option. I don't like that.
啊，你会忘记吗？你一直说
Because if I didn't bring something and I can't even, get like a toothbrush, if I forgot my toothbrush, I feel like, you should, at least if I ask, you should.
and probably willing to pay a small fee.
And maybe even pay a small fee. I don't care, yeah.
对，有的时候会收钱啊。
Because you need it,
那有些是真的完全没有，你就是没办法用手刷。对
Just use your finger. Okay, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. All right, we're continuing the conversation. Wander without waste through green travel with Haley and Kevin. So Haley just said that we're trying to find a hotel that doesn't wash your towels and sheets unless you ask them. It's not every day that they'll wash them. So Kevin says, sounds good. A lot of hotels do that now. We should also pay attention to where and what we eat.
哦，哇！现在连餐厅也要注意哦。就是 Kevin 说，你讲的很有道理哦。那其实很多的饭店现在都是用这个方式的啦，因为其实对他们来讲成本也会比较少嘛，对不对？那我们还要所以呢，讲完饭店，讲完飞机，接下来还要再讲餐厅哦，就是呢去哪里吃，然后还有吃什么，好像也很重要哦。
Yeah, so food is important too. Okay, so Haley says that's true. Some restaurants use disposable tableware. Let's try to avoid those places.
啊，这个也很好。
Well, yeah, I think especially in like fast food places, they're
对
going to
素
use
食店
disposable.
disposable. What does that mean?
Disposable means that you throw it away. Yeah, it's something that's meant to be thrown away.
抛弃式的那一种。
Yeah.
对，跟那个上面讲的 single use 有点类似，应该是一
Yeah,
样的意思。
they're similar. They're similar. Yeah. So
对。
a disposable toothbrush would be like a single-use toothbrush. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think
it's
they are the same.
pretty much the same idea.
Yeah， 他
right?
就说对啊，哦，你讲的也是有道理的。然后他就说有一些餐厅啊，他会用这种这个字要记起来用 disposable， 因为有时候你会用免洗筷嘛，你还是要跟别人稍微，如果你真的忘记带，还是要去问啊，对不对？所以这个字要记得，就是这个是可抛弃式这种 tableware， 就是餐具。我们刚才讲到 toiletry， 对不对？就是厕所里面有的。那这个 tableware 就是桌上有的，筷子、叉子、汤匙，这个都算，碗都算哈。对，所以他就是讲到说，哎，好像有一些会用一次性的餐具，那我们就尽量不要去那些地方。
We'll avoid them.
对，不要去。
Okay, good. So Kevin says, agreed. Why don't we bring our own reusable utensils? And I think we should also be careful about the activities we do during the trip.
They're being very specific in here.
So he brings up this idea of reusable utensils. Good idea.
对
Good idea. You know, you have some chopsticks, maybe a fork or spoon, and you can bring those with you and then wash them, you know, when you get an opportunity. And you can use those yourself, and it's no impact, really, just a very, very small impact to the environment.
对
And it's yours, too. You know, you can also, if you're afraid of germs,
对，比较
you
干
know,
净。
yeah, it's your germs. So they're okay.
对，他就说同意agree， 就是哎，同意。那他就说呢，哎，那 why don't we 也是一个提议。why don't we 什么呢？他就说我们要不要哈？这是提议哦。他就说我们要不要带呢？如果不要 disposable 的话 ，reusable 他们是相反词，可以重复使用。那 tableware 当然就是 utensils， 他们是同义字啦，对不对？
Right.
对，那我们要不要自己自备我们的环保碗筷？那有的时候不只是筷子嘛，有的人会带碗，现在有越来越多人带碗，还有台湾人喜欢喝饮料，所以环保杯
yeah,
也要环保杯。
Yeah. You also need a straw.
对，然后他就说呢，我认为我们应该要 also be careful about， 就是对什么东西呢，注意小心哦。现在是不止餐厅了，Kevin 现在是毛起来要环保，他就说呢，我们现在做的这些活动、娱乐活动，我们也要小心。
Even the activities
他好烦哦。
we need to be careful about. Okay. So Haley says, you're right. It's important to make sure that they're eco-friendly, support the local community, and don't harm animals.
Oh, it's important.
Okay,
It's
so
true.
yeah, these are important things to do. And I think that many of the activities that you'll be doing probably will be
Harm
you
the
know,
environment.
Yeah, they'll probably be pretty good on the environment and support the local people, of course, and hopefully don't harm animals.
Do you think about these things when you travel?
Well,
Like when you are doing
No.
like scuba diving or when you are doing snorkeling， 像同学会想吗？就他这里的意思应该是，比如说，有的时候，比如说你要去浮潜或者是潜水的时候，你会不会去想一下，说这个活动到底会不会伤害动物？这样
yeah, I will think about
对。
if it's going to harm an animal. So,
but not
like,
people. Like,
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
don't care about people. But like I feel like petting tigers, like there's certain activities that I think that I don't want to support that activity, you know, because of what I think is harm or mistreatment of the animals.
对，像骑大象什么的，因为我以前小时候，大家以前我那个年代去泰国，就是现在可能也是要骑大象。然后我现在就想说要骑嘛，像比如说同学在潜水的时候会想嘛，因为其实潜水或者是你去看那个海豚啊，其实那个你都在排放，其实都在排放废油进去。
Right.
对，那你这样子其实也是一种 伤害生态嘛，只是他们会打着啊，我现在是生态旅游之名，但是其实还有，如果我觉得要海洋活动，就是不要擦那个啦 sunscreen，就如果要擦要对海洋友善的，不然就都不要擦。对对对，啊，这是我们两个的想法哦，不同意也没关系哦。对，每个人都有不同的选择。
Don't send any mean letters to us.
不要再下面留那种哦，我们会害怕哦。对，他就说你还要很确定，就是说这些东西是 eco-friendly 哦，当然就是跟 environmentally friendly 有点类似，就是对环境是好的哦，支持永续的。然后还有比如说你去当地的这个，比如说原住民的社群参访的话，他有没有在支持当地的一些社群呢？比如说把这个你赚到的钱，你付的钱回馈给当地的社群，替当地的社群做重建啊，这样子。对，还有就是动物啦，这个也是大家在考量的很多问题。
Yeah. Okay. And now Kevin says, with just a little preparation, I think we can follow green practices on every trip.
真的吗？有点难。其实他说 with 就是有什么 with a little preparation， 就是
a little.
That sounds like a lot, like a long list. A little preparation.
Yeah, but I think a lot of these things, if you get used to it, or the choices are not very complex choices. It's just you need to get used to doing it.
就是比较简单做的，没有叫你做很。
就是要习惯。
对，要习惯。
不会很难，或者是 like it's not like going to be so complicated for you to do.
对。
And it won't affect you that much.
对，他就说只要你有做一点点准备哦，其实好像这个 green practices 不是练习，它是做法一些行为，这些环保的行为其实你都可以去遵从的。如果就像我觉得像Shane讲，就是要习惯，你要习惯自己带那些东西，然后麻烦久了之后就不麻烦了。
Yeah. You just get used to it. Right. All right. So Haley says exactly. This way we can have fun exploring new places while caring for the planet.
对，他就说没错，这样子呢，我们可以很开心的去探索这个世界嘛，对不对？新的地方嘛，同时呢，对这个地球呢的这个保护呢，也可以尽一份心力，这样 have fun 加 ing 哦，玩得很开心。
Perfect. All right. Well, we learned a lot today, didn't we? This long list of things, you can do it. Don't worry. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.